up, everybody? Welcome back to Screenwork Entertainment. Today we're going over again. Once again, it's back. Andor episode 10 is finally hit. This episode, No Way Out. Or One Way Out.
Jesus Christ.
This episode, One Way Out. I cannot get that right for some reason. There will be major spoilers in this episode. If you have not seen the episode, then check out. If you have seen the
That
episode,
was a little aggressive.
you're in the
man.
right place. I know. This episode made me, I'm telling you, this episode had me so pumped. Like, watching this, I was like, so pumped, like screaming at the TV, like, yes. It really
dude,
did.
it was
It really
great.
had me pumped.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah. What else can you say? It's great.
It makes me want to watch more Star Wars
Films.
or TV shows. Anything
Because
Star
you're already
Wars. It makes
watching
me wanna watch
Mandalorian. You don't want to
anything
watch
Star
anything
Wars.
else.
That's the problem. That's the problem. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this episode's like balls to the wall, the whole episode almost. We get a little bit of Mon Mothma, which kind of slows it down.
Yeah.
But man, everything with Cassian, whew, it is really good.
But
Really
even the scene with Mon,
yeah,
because there was still so much going on.
Yeah, and what happened in that scene right there is almost as messed up as some other
Everything.
Stuff that happened.
Yeah. The whole damn episode was just, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I have no complaints at all.
No, me either.
Well, not with the episode, but my only complaint is, dude, there's only 2 episodes left.
Yes.
Only
2 episodes left. I didn't even think of that.
I'm getting a little bummed.
Yeah, because it's such a good show.
Yeah.
And there's only gonna be 2 seasons total. Man, man, they did something special with this show. They really did.
Well, at least, they did something special with this first season. We don't know what the second season, because I'm still leery about these time jumps, because that was something that kind of I didn't like with House of the Dragon. So we'll see how they execute it. See if it's not as, I don't know. It's just House of the Dragon time jumps just bothered me. I don't know why.
It did a lot of people. It didn't really me so much, but that's just because I'm such a big fan.
The change of the actors, that was one thing, which I know we're not going to have that, luckily, with this. So,
but this episode opens up with almost where last episode ended, with Olaf. He's dead.
Yeah, boy, he looked great, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And freaking Cassian is telling Kino, we have to go tomorrow. It has to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you crazy?
We talk about have it set up is for when they bring that new guy down, that's when everything's going to kick off.
Yeah, exactly. And right now they know they're way understaffed. And if they keep waiting, maybe they won't be understaffed later. And Cassian tells him they're afraid. And he's like, are you kidding me? How are they afraid? It's called power. He's like, no, they're afraid.
No, and I'm right with Cassian, because they had to wipe out that whole crew because they were afraid, because there was going to be an uprising.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see in this episode how afraid they are.
Well, dude, in a prison riot, the guards are going to be afraid.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, there's like 5,000 of them to what?
There was
50.
They said no more than 12 on each level.
How many levels are there?
7.
7 levels. Okay.
Yeah. So you're looking at 84? You're under 100 people to 5,000.
Yeah, under 100.
And dude, that's the way these our prisons are. It's ridiculous, but that's a different topic. Okay, so I do have one tiny issue now that I think about it. Because when all this kicks off, when it comes the day and the new guy's coming down, Andor goes to the bathroom, pops open that little panel again, and starts sawing like crazy. And we finally figure out that that's a water line.
Yeah.
So he comes out just drenched.
Yes.
And these dumbass guards they got their heads rammed up their asses that they can't see this. That would be a huge clue.
Well, to me, it's just that's how much attention they pay. Because whenever that one guard goes in the window, he's like, "Make sure everything's good." Yeah, yeah, everything's fine. He just kind of looks at him for like 2 seconds, doesn't even notice that Cassian's gone and the other guy's gone. He's already waiting over there by the lift.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know. That just shows how much attention they pay because they give them no mind at all.
Yeah. True. But
That's
yeah,
that's
it's
kind of how I
just
looked at it. But yeah, you're right. He just completely drenched, and that should have blown the whole plan, right? Right. It's like,
yeah.
hey, why is this guy completely wet?
Oh, what's that sound? Is that running water?
I know, I know. They don't hear it. They don't see it because it's pouring out, very slowly pouring out. You would think they would at least see it, and because there's one guard on each side, so you
Yeah.
think one of them would see it, but I guess not. Yeah, I did see that too, but the way I looked at it was they're just don't care. They just look at them as they're so not a threat. What can they do to us? That's the way I looked at it. So they didn't
Yeah.
care.
And their arrogance is the Empire's arrogance was their downfall, anyways. But
Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah,
they just pointed out more and more with this.
yeah. Yep.
But who was right on how the hell they were going to get out,
Yeah,
and
that was me. I was right.
what those little pools were, huh?
Yeah, I
Huh?
called it. You're right. I called all that.
Suck it, Trebek.
Suck on it, Trebek. Suck it long and suck it hard.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit! Once
Yep.
they once everything kicked off, because I was anticipating probably a riot. Sure enough,
And sure enough, that's what it was. You're right. They took over the facility, and it's powered by
it was hydraulically powered.
yeah, hydraulics. So that's once they shut that down. That guy's like, if we shut it down, we can't get on for at least a month. They're like, shut that off right now. That is not our concern right now. But it is kind of unrealistic that they could swim that far before anyone was notified, especially since they didn't kill all the guards. But I guess if they have no power, if they have no way to
Yeah,
contact,
they cut it off.
you think they would have like a cell phone or something, some way to contact somebody.
Well, and they're in hiding because they're scared of getting killed too. So,
I guess probably not everybody didn't jump, but
well, yeah,
jumping,
because
yeah.
you got people like freaking Kino.
I know that sucks. I was bummed by that. I really liked him, that character. I like whenever he tells everyone the truth for the first time. And did you notice at the very beginning how Cassian he knows everything so well that he knows to the very last second that he has before he has to go, program and be in position.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's twice where he waits for the very last second to do what he has to do so he's not zapped. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, well, because
Yeah.
they told him when the lights start blinking, you got 7 seconds. So
Well, yeah, he just knows exactly. Even whenever at the very opening, whenever he's arguing with Kano, saying, "Hey, we have to do this tonight," he's still at the very last second he gets there. I mean, it just to me is how in tune he is to everything that they're doing.
yeah,
How much ahead he is compared to them.
well, that's his thing is to observe.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Well, our next thing we see is we see like Senta for like a brief second. I didn't really quite understand what was going on there.
Okay,
Did
so
you get that?
yeah, it jumps back to Ferrex, and of course they're talking about his mom. She's sick. She's refusing her medicines. Well, and it shows
Okay.
Senta because Senta's still there watching the mom, waiting for Andor.
Oh, okay. I get
But it
you. Yeah,
also
okay.
shows Senta spotting the Empire's guy that's sitting there also watching, waiting for Andor.
Okay. Okay. I was pretty sure that was the Empire guy, and I wasn't 100% sure if she spotted him or not, and I didn't catch the whole mom part. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I just didn't see it. But it was very
Yeah.
brief. Like, that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it was a little disjointed, but
Yeah.
because this episode We had very brief episode or scene in Ferrex, couple of little super short scenes with the ISB, and
Yeah.
one scene with Mon, and then some Luthen stuff. But most of it stuck with Cassian and the prison break, which rightfully so because it was
Yeah.
just awesome.
It was
But
awesome.
and this marks one of the few episodes where we don't see your boy Cyril.
Yeah. You're right. I expected some more love
Breakfast with the
triangle
Corns.
with
Oh.
with Deidre. I expected some more stalking. I guess it wasn't enough time for stalking with all the prison break stuff.
Not yet, but they better cram some in this next 2 episodes.
Exactly. Breakfast with the Carns and some stalking. That's what I'm going for. That's what I signed up for, anyways. Yes. So we see Mon Mothma, and she's talking to a new guy, Davo, and this is the guy who's, I guess, supposed to help her with this whole money ordeal.
Yeah, that's the pretty much gangster that she's gonna have to pretty much take a loan from the mob, get in bed with the mob to help this
to
go
do
away.
this. Well, his price is he doesn't want no money. All he wants is to come back to her place, but with his son.
With stipulations.
Well, yeah, with some little bitty details in there
But
about her
with
daughter.
that scene, you learn so much too, because it
do.
finally explains the dynamic between Mon and Perrin. Because they talk about how the Sandrillian marriage is pretty much an arranged marriage.
That's how she
And-
got married.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they were arranged. That's why they're so different.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
And
I
why
see.
she's so against what his price is.
Yeah, but she already made. He even said that's the first time that you've lied, or that I did not believe you, or whatever he said. I don't exactly remember.
Well,
what he
yeah,
said.
that's the first time you've told an untruth or something like that. But yeah, because that's all she's got. He's her last only resort is the way
Yeah.
they make it.
Yeah, and that's a tough call to make. Sell your daughter to to get married to this guy's son. That's pretty rough.
Yeah,
That's pretty rough. I remember my jaw was like, oh my god, wow.
yeah. There was a lot of those oh my god moments in this one, man.
Yeah, there was a lot
This
of those
was-
moments.
It's just a master class in how to do it right.
You're right. How to do it right, like She-Hulk. Oh, I just had
Why?
to throw it in.
Why?
I just had to say it. Oh, anyways,
that horse shit's been dead for a couple weeks. Just
I have to say it.
Just let me live my life without
I-
having to remember it.
I have to say it.
Asshole.
But yes, that's his payment. He wants to marry his son to her daughter. So I feel bad for her daughter because I think she's gonna do it. So
We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. After this is when it shows the new guy coming in, and then Cassian takes off or right before to cut that water pipe, and that's
Yeah.
when we find out it's a water pipe. And like you said, he comes out just drenched, which is just ridiculous. Which
Because his cutting wasn't enough, so he just gets a bar in
Yeah.
there and starts
he just
crying the hell out of it.
Even though his water's spilling everywhere, he's like, "I want to hit it for one more time for good measure to get even wetter." Exactly what I'm going to do.
And so they can hear exactly what I'm doing. But
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But this is one of my favorite things happen after this. So whenever they start attacking, right? So, or actually right before the guy they're going down, then they attack. And then he just shocks the new prisoner guy. It seemed because the prisoner guy has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
He's like, well, "What's going on?" It's like, "Oh my god!" I thought that was hilarious. That part right there. I thought that was really funny. He's like, "Screw it!" And there we go. But my other part that I just absolutely loved is whenever Kino starts yelling, "Attack!"
Oh yeah, when they Imperial guards, when they realize what's going on and they go to shock them,
Yeah,
and
yeah. And
nothing happens, and
I
then
think
it
a
just
couple of people get shocked. Like 2 people get shocked, but I don't think they died. It was just like it went away and pretty soon.
I didn't notice that. I didn't think anybody got shocked.
Yeah, a couple people got shocked because they were in the water, and a couple
Uh,
people got shocked. But they didn't.
but yeah,
I
the
don't
whole
believe they
point of the
died.
water was to fry the floor system to where it wouldn't work,
Yeah,
and it worked. And then
yeah,
yeah,
it
once
worked.
once that happens and Kino realizes it, it's a full on charge,
Full on. Yeah, I
rallies
love how they're just
everybody.
throwing stuff at everybody. They're just throwing like whatever they can get their hands on.
Well,
While they're
because
shooting it with lasers, they're just
it's life or death, man. You do what you
yeah,
got to do
yeah,
to
exactly.
survive. Because if you're
Do what you
stuck
got to do
there,
to survive.
you're not leaving until you're dead.
Yeah, yeah. So, and what was really interesting that there's no cameras. They do have like a tracking thing where it's like dots, which is kind of like the cameras, but there's no cameras anywhere. So you think there would be cameras everywhere, but they pay them so little mind. There's no cameras at all. Because if there was cameras, they would have seen Cassian, beating the hell out of his water pipe or any of it. But all they have is little dots to see everybody.
Which you would think they would have noticed him off the floor in the bathroom on that.
Yeah, yeah, very true. Yeah, but I don't think they even pay attention.
And they don't.
Uh, Yeah, they don't even pay attention. But I do love how they just stormed the whole place. They just stormed it, just killing all the guards, letting everybody else go free. And whenever they go to the next section, just fight with us, just screaming, fight with us, we're free, or whatever they're screaming. I
Yeah.
really really like that.
Yeah, they stop the elevator halfway so they can climb up it. Andor, I loved it when he knocked that first one down, and his blaster dropped, and he just reached up there and shot the dude across the way in the foot,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then gets up
yeah,
and
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And then yeah, they storm, they hit the armory, they all load up, and it's just time to make them pay.
Yep, and that's pretty much
Essentially,
they kill a lot of them.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the ones that they
and I
don't
really thought they're
are
gonna.
cowering in closets and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, be quiet, don't say nothing. Yeah, I really thought they were gonna kill the ones in the control
That main
office.
control, yeah.
The two that. Yeah, I really thought they were gonna kill both of those two, but they didn't.
Oh, because
I think they should have.
they
but
turn coat quick. Well, that one guy did.
they did, or that one guy did. Yeah, yeah, one guy did. The
Told
other
them
guy,
everything
he
they
didn't
needed
want
to
The
know.
other guy did. Yep, exactly. Everything.
Yeah, turn the power
Yep.
off. I can't. And then he shoots that guy. And then I will. I'll do it.
Please don't shoot me. Yeah,
How do you
exactly.
turn the hydraulics off? I can't do it, but he can.
I know.
Little chicken shit.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the aftermath of this, for the next episode. Are they going to learn that Cassian was in there? I wouldn't see how they could, but
Yeah.
maybe. But we
Man, I
also,
don't know.
I mean,
Because
I love the ending of
the
this.
question, the question is, how is Cassian and Melshi gonna get off that island or that planet?
Yeah. What is that planet? Is there anything
Yeah.
else there? It looked like a wasteland almost. Like the Empire's just destroyed everything. It just looked really
Well,
empty.
just looked like it was barren. That
Yeah.
those prisons were the only things there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
How are they?
But,
gonna
but
get
they
off
took
that?
off. They're in inmate uniforms and they have no shoes.
Yeah. Is that snow they were in? I couldn't tell.
It looked like sand.
Okay. Sand. I couldn't tell if it was like white snow, if it was dust, or I couldn't tell.
Well, yeah, because it's nighttime when they hit the beach, and they're running through it. But yeah, I thought it was sand. I don't know.
Oh,
I'll have to
okay.
give it another viewing, anyways,
It
because it's
sucks what
just
happened to Kino though. I wanted to see him with him. You know, I really did.
yeah, that was disappointing, and that's a lesson that you need to learn. Make sure that you learn how to swim before you go to prison, because if that's your only means of escape,
Yeah. Yeah. You think he would at least jumped and, tried his best. Maybe float. Maybe he can't even float. I don't know. I wouldn't want to stay there though, because if he stays there, eventually they're going to come back and they're going to take over the place. So
well, yeah,
maybe he.
he's dead on the spot. Once the Empire comes back, it's going to be stormtroopers raiding the damn thing.
Yeah.
Anybody left around is going to get blasted.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone left is
Well,
done.
attempt to get blasted because we know how great the stormtroopers are at shooting.
Yeah. I know.
I would say one of it was probably as as great as the prison break was. The highlight of this episode was was towards the end when we finally find out, for one, who the mole is in the
Yep.
ISB,
Lonnie.
and but the highlight was Luthen's meetup with him and
Yeah.
Luthen's
His little
speech.
speech. Yeah.
Because, well, that whole exchange was just great because it shows how devious Luthen is. That he's almost as cruel as the Empire, threatening this guy's infant daughter, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, and it's understandable. This dude's playing both sides. He's a rat. He's scared he's gonna get sniffed out,
Rightfully so.
and who to be more afraid of at this point? Now that Luthen shows where he stands, basically tell him there's no way out because he's damned if he do, damned if he doesn't. Because ISB is going to screw him pretty hard if they find out, and then Luthen's going to kill his kid and pretty much drive him crazy. Which his daughter was the reason he wants out in the first place.
I mean, I couldn't imagine what the ISB would do to him. I couldn't imagine. More sounds of killing babies. I couldn't imagine.
They probably kill the kid and make him listen to it over and over.
Oh God, yeah, exactly. Make him kill his own
Oh,
family to make him listen to it and watch
And
it.
I watched the video
Oh.
on repeat.
Yeah, watch the video.
Kind of
Their
like a
corpses.
Clockwork Orange type thing where he's just strapped there,
Having the
eyes
mountain
pried open. Luthen's that monologue that he gives, where he basically says he knows he's gonna die. He's not gonna get to see what happens with this rebellion, and that
Yeah.
he didn't do it for the fame. It's just that whole speech was just great.
It really was. Yeah, it had me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if what was like. Was he going to shoot him? No way he's going to shoot him. He just said he's stuck. So what's going to happen? This is the whole speech thing. Where's it going with it? I liked it. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was dark. Luthen's got a
intense.
dark side.
Just the way he looked, just the way he looked in that jacket. It was kind of dark out there. Yeah, he just looked awesome. He looked so ominous.
Yeah, that was
Oh yeah, definitely. Got dark side.
that was the highlight for me. That exchange and his monologue. It was just great. It was well written. Well, even better acted because Skarsgård was just amazing. As great as that's the thing. As great as the prison, the riot and the escape and everything was, that stole the whole show for me.
Yeah, it really did. It really did. Yeah, as soon as I saw that Lonnie character walking around, I was like, "Oh, he's the mole. He's the one." It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and well, but in that scene prior with the ISB, you knew he was the mole by the way he was looking at you could tell because he was just nervous. Just that scene, you could see it all over his face he was the mole. At least for me, it was obvious at that point. But I'm curious why Luthen was so hell-bent on making this meeting himself, because his assistant was just pleading for him not to go and to let her do it.
Maybe he thought that he wanted out. Maybe he was.
Well, it could have been, yeah. he knew how to lay the pressure on to keep him, or that he was wanting out, and he knew what to say to get him to
Yeah,
stay. Because I don't
yeah,
think
maybe.
she could be. I don't think she would be that ruthless.
Yeah, not like him. I don't think so either.
Yeah, because that was just, I don't know. It was masterful. Loved it. Loved that scene.
Yeah,
Loved the
great
whole
scene, great
episode.
ending, great episode, great show, man.
And then
Great show.
it's going to be ruined in 2 weeks because we only have 2 more episodes.
2 more episodes, and they're bringing back the She-Hulk. Man,
But
I can't
thank
wait.
God, dude. I don't know if you heard. Bringing back the fucking She-Hulk. What the hell? I hate you. Anyways, back to my point. Did you hear that they're already shooting it? Well,
The
not
next
already.
season?
Yeah, they start shooting this month.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So
So they're not
hopefully
messing
we get a
around.
hopefully we get a pretty quick turnaround.
All right, guys. Well, that's our thoughts on episode 10 of Andor. I thought it freaking rocked, and I cannot wait for the next episode to see the aftermath of this. Man, this show just keeps getting better. Can't wait. But we only have 2 weeks left till we're done. So,
And that sucks.
and that does suck. Yes, it does. But thanks for tuning in. Peace out.